How to stay safe on internet with privacytools.io. Well, privacytools.io is a website which allows you to visit all the tools which are necessary for data anonymity, cybersecurity, and obviously your privacy. So basically, we will gonna be reviewing some of the tools listed over here. For instance, if you want encryption software, there are a lot of encryption softwares available in the Google Play Store or on Windows App Store or obviously on Mac OS. But for some of the best are listed over here for data anonymity, security, encryption, and avoid and devoid of tracking from all sort of big corporations. So you can use VeraCrypt. It is also used by very influential people. For instance, you can use this VeraCrypt software to encrypt your storage. It is completely open source, so there are no issues related to privacy and everything. So you can either use VeraCrypt or you can use 7-zip for EES-256 encryption, which is the best form of encryption ever available. So now I'm gonna be telling you about some of the password managers. Obviously you can use Bitwarden or LastPass. They are currently the best password managers available over the internet. They are fully open source, they do not track you, they do not send your data, and you can trust them blindly. Now I'm gonna be telling you about some of the Android browsers which are best in class. Basically, you can use a Chromium browser if you like to use the Chromium engine. So you can use Bromide browser. What Bromide browser allows you to do is it allows you to disable a lot of features, for instance third party cookies, and a lot of features which you can just tweak inside the Chromium mode under about config section. For instance, if you just go to about flags, right, Chrome flags, so you can actually adjust a lot of hidden settings in your Chromium browser which is available over here. You can disable WebRTC, you can disable accelerated canvas 2D rendering, you can disable WebGL, you can disable fingerprinting, and a lot of things can be disabled in this Bromide browser, which is a fork of Chromium, and it is a privacy intuitive browser. So it also has a lot of features. For instance, you can actually disable JavaScript, WebGL, WebRTC just from this little toggle over here. Not only this, it also allows you to disable cookies, disable third-party cookies, block the JIT code of JavaScript, and so on. So this is my favorite browser. I use it as my primary browser. You can also use the MULL browser, which is currently not listed over here, but it is a very reliable fork of Firefox. So you can use the MUL browser and browse securely, anonymously, not anonymously, but yes, it will be respecting your privacy. For anonymous browsing, you will be gonna be using Tor Browser, of course. And now I'm gonna be telling you about DNS resolver. So what is a DNS resolver? So DNS resolver is something your query, whatever you just do on internet, it goes through a DNS provider. First of all, it goes through some sort of phone number book list, and then IP address is connected to your IP address, then you are able to visit that particular website. So I like NextDNS because it completely allows you to control what queries are being resolved. If I just go over here and if I just go to NextDNS domain, it also allows you to block trackers. It also has a parent control mode, so it also has a lot of features. It also has no logging feature. It is the model firewall of modern internet. So if I just go over here and if I just show you the features under the security section, you can add a lot of host files over here. You can literally add a lot of host files. You can add child protection over here. You can block the top level phishing domains, and you can literally enable a lot of new features, a lot of advanced privacy features. You can add a lot of block lists through the next DNS. So it is the ultimate DNS for your privacy. So that's why I like this. And second application regarding your privacy will obviously be F-Droid, which is an open source repository. You can find a lot of open source applications over here which can turn out handy in moments where you do not like to be tracked by big corporations like Google or Microsoft. So this is the best feature of NextDNS. So for instance, I have configured the NextDNS. I do not want to give my data to Google, so I have manually blocked Google, or I have actually used the no Google host list. So what I have done here is I have blocked the Google permanently. I have blocked the google.com domain name, and also all of the subdomains of google.com is blocked. So googlevideo.com is blocked as well. and other domains, for instance chromium.org, is also blocked. So I have completely de-googled my phone, so I can see that the googledvideo.com domain is still being resolved, but thanks to NextDNS I was able to block this domain permanently. So this domain was never resolved. So I can see the logs over here, and I can actually block it manually, or if I want to allow it for some reason I can do that as well. So I am also, so at this moment I was just watching YouTube over YouTube, NVIDIA's client, open source self-hosted YouTube proxy. So I was watching it very privately. So that's how you can actually watch it very privately. So that's how you can do this. And the next thing I'm gonna be recommending you guys, which will be the form of anonymous planet dash ng. So what this form is, it will gonna be providing you complete guide towards anonymity. If you want to be anonymous, if internet freedom is very strict in your country, if you live in countries like Ukraine or Afghanistan, it is a must read guide for you. Go through it thoroughly, and just research yourself, just experiment some things, and you can just try to be anonymous just by following this guide. I think this video should have helped you and provided you a rough idea how to be just go ahead on the way of anonymous, how to just try to be anonymous. If you are a beginner, this guide to anonymity will go very easy for you, and you can just uh, go advanced with this guide. Thank you so much for watching.